Oh,
Hi.
it's been a few years since we've last talked to each other.
Yeah, the last time was in a bad way.
Why did you bother on coming back? I mean, how could you betray me for all of those years?
I didn't have a choice, unfortunately.
But why? For all the moments we had, those horrific moments of our romance.
I don't know. I was acting like a total fool. For all the years, I thought you were a fool yourself, Stan.
But one thing I have to say, I'm sorry, Wendy. I'm so sorry for being extremely toxic and a total dick around you. I shouldn't have tried so hard to be like a troublemaker like Carmen and all. Now look where it ended up.
Stan, I know how sorry you are for being guilty about being a dick. But, I would like to say, I appreciate you admitting your mistakes.
I just so let you down so much and embarrassed myself and you for so long. Now, all I could do is wallow all alone.
Stan, I also should be apologizing too.
For what?
For judging you way too much every time. I've never knew how you actually felt instead. I always let my judgments get in the way every time. I shouldn't have been too hard on you, Stan. Sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'm so sorry for giving you the breakup note. I didn't know it would made you hurt this much. Now that I've come to it, to confess that I've felt so alone for the past 2 years.
Really?
Yes, I've actually missed you, Stan, so much.
I mostly did.
The only thing I could ever feel is regret, Stan. I'm so sorry.
Well, the time for rebuilding our relationship starts now. I promise to be a better boyfriend.
And I promise to be a better girlfriend, Stan.
What's wrong, Hunter?
I had a rough night with your sister, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Rough night? What happened?
I don't want you to get mad at me, but let's just say the same thing of what happened with Stan and Wendy recently.
Oh, I see. Having a rough time trying to get closer to my sister. Emira is one heck of a girl, if you ask me.
Yeah. Do you have any advice on how I should get closer to her?
I don't know, actually. Lewis knows a lot about this stuff. I'm sorry. And plus, aren't you and Sasha dating, I mean? Are you three in some love triangle or something, cause?
Let's just say, it's just complicated because my side says I like Sasha and the other says I like Emira. I don't know what to think of it.
I see. Hello, folks.
Marcy.
I've received your text about you needing recruits, so I'm all about to you in the squad. Where's Stan and Wendy?
They are at school right now.
So what's going on, Marcy?
Let's just say I've been feeling a little more better ever since the huge trauma and pain I suffered back in Amphibia. Those were bad times. I just didn't want to be alone. I just need to... Those are times I don't want to think about.
Okay, Marcy.
So it seems to be the problem.
The codex I read was getting worse than I thought. Thank God you're here, Marcy, because more allies got taken to the Collector by Infinite. Now Rivet and Kit were captured. Freeing the rabbit too. I also did misread about Zephyr and Crunking here. The truth is they already died years ago, but some more allies include the Spectre of Tackle the Kid and this guy named Five who is friends with Maiko.
Well, thank heavens you're here, Marcy. Who else do we have to recruit?
The Spectre of Cosmo, the Cedrian, maybe V, and Molly McGee. All still alive and untouched.
So we just needed to recruit those guys when we have the time.
Correct, Marcy.
That sounds pretty easy enough.
I don't know, Marcy. Apparently, what if the next morning they get captured too? The Dark Order are always giving the Collector free gifts.
Well, you've recruited me in time. You gotta plan on how we'll get Molly, bring back Cosmo and Tom, same with the others.
Well, and was able to get you here with the help of Amira's portal gun, right?
Yeah, I'll scan and see if I can recruit someone.
Okay, but be careful, Marcy.
I'll try.
Stan Marsh. Thank God, you're here. I need your help. You know a lot about asking out girls because I'm having trouble asking out Emira Blight through text. Do you know?
Well, I'll try ChatGPT.
What? What is that?
It's a cool software that gives you an easier way to come up with great pickup lines my friend Clyde told me about. And guess what? I just did it with Wendy and I think she's absolutely joyed with it.
Wow, that line sounds fascinating.
Just do what I do, Hunter, and you'll have Emira and Sasha running towards you. I wrote it. I'll send it to you right now.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I just feel a bit guilty about doing these kinds of stuff. Having this, then you do the talking for me.
Hey, Hunter, I just came back with the recruit I told you about. This is Tom Lissinger, Star's ex-girlfriend.
Ah, hello.
Let me guess, you're probably feeling a bit guilty over having a program doing all the talking for a girl, which is why you feel that way.
No, of course not.
Haha, I'm just messing with you.
I'm gonna head to the diner. I'll see you till later.
So you've heard about this app called ChatGPT, an app or a program where it creates sentences for you, especially when
I
it
don't
comes
even
to...
know what it is.
Good.
Hey girls, have you guys checked out on what happened with Wendy and Stan recently?
Stan told me about it. We gotta act like proper wingmates to them.
Yeah, and I know a good name we should call ourselves as Wendy and Stan's relationship with mates. Calling yourselves the ethical wingmates? What do you think of the name?
Ethical. Oh, I see why you picked that term.
We're meant to be supportive through honesty and benevolent towards
People who respect us.
Correct? Glad you realized it immediately.
Wait, where's Stan and Wendy? Shouldn't they be out at school by now?
Probably they are on a date right now. I'm saying we should go and support them. Remember, folks, we are meant to be extremely loyal to Stan as good friends, right, guys?
Yeah, but what should we call them?
How about Stenny?
Stendy.
Yes, Standy. Like Stan and Wendy, both names combined into one single word.
Oh, it makes sense.
Now let's go say grace to Wendy and Stan in hopes of making them happy.
Well, I know it's not much, but I just wanted to take you out somewhere to say thanks, Stan.
For what?
For stepping up and working on communication when I asked you to.
Oh, that's cool.
The things we
Guys, they're over at the ice cream shop over there. Should we go in?
I don't
No,
think so.
that would seriously be considered as stalking if we do. This thing is just support them by giving them a huge thumbs up.
What happened to me when I was 6?
I remember Wendy telling me about that. That time story Stan told her. It was actually pretty excellent.
It really
I
changed the
miss
way I think
Moose.
about the whole thing.
It's okay, Amity. Liz would have told you a similar story as Stan did to Wendy.
Thing happened to
I
you.
know she would.
I couldn't believe it. Were you home when it happened?
I've never seen a pairing this emotional before. Especially after Stan told me the whole story of what happened long time ago. That story of when Wendy broke up with Stan during some troll incident. Stan told me that it broke him emotionally. Just the thought of it is just sad to see an intelligent boy being betrayed by the girl he loves her 3000. Stork told me a part of it already, but Stan told me the whole thing one time.
That was 2016. We're already away from that bang.
I know, but they're happy now that they've officially gotten back together.
Yeah, that's what I said one time. It takes a reunification and a bravery that describes Stan as a saint, especially with Wendy. And I'm proud.
The same could be said about all of us if we had that.
Of course, Stan definitely has a bright future ahead with Wendy.
Girls, look!
Thank you for being the only real thing in my life.
Yep, they truly deserve each other.
Something is kinda off about Stan. Is he okay?
I never knew you were that communicating, Hunter. Kinda shocked to see such wonderful words from you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I also want to thank you for being so supportive of me. Especially in all honesty of how my mother treated me, Mittens.
Yes. Look, to be honest, Emira,
What happened?
I don't know, but you're a cool girl like Sasha. That's all I could say, to be honest.
Thank you, Hunter. I appreciate. I'm just so glad to have someone who truly cares about me. And I'm glad that a real someone like you bonds with me well.
Yeah, thanks, Emira.
Hey Stan, how is everything going?
Good, because everything has gone well.
I heard you and Wendy had a date recently. How did it go?
Oh, it went well.
Oh, I actually was walking past that ice cream shop and saw you and Wendy hugging, and I saw you looking weird the entire time. Are you feeling okay? I mean, you should be happy that Wendy definitely loves you back so much.
Jesus Christ. Can you keep a secret, Anne?
For once, I guess. Is everything alright?
The truth is, I have been using this app called ChatGPT that is helping me formulate sentence for Wendy. I've been using it too much that I felt guilty that I wasn't the one writing the text.
So you've been using an AI for messaging this whole time?
Yes, I
Wendy
mean,
was really happy that you've been improving on communication, but you seriously have been robot technology for messaging.
Jesus, Anne, it sounds like you're acting like this is a bad thing.
That's because it is a bad thing, Stan. It makes you a lazy dick just not having the time to chat with someone who loves you.
I'm sorry.
I'm not mad at you, Stan. I'm just extremely disappointed. I mean, you were good on words with Wendy before all of this. And how will Wendy feel if she finds out about the AI you've been using?
I've been having trouble with my wording recently. I used to be so romantic, but because I said all of my wordings for Wendy are out, I thought this ChatGPT app would help me read it again. I don't know what else to think, but instead I've been leaving all of these emojis before all of this. All I wanted to do was make Wendy happy like you guys said. It's my duty, so.
Stan, I know how romantic you used to be with Wendy, but you seriously should rely on technology just for love messaging. There are no shortcuts for romances. You seriously have to do the talking the right way, which is your way. Or else it will look like technology is stealing your girlfriend.
I guess I didn't think of it.
And also, even if you run out of ways to communicate with her, the only way to look deeper for more ways to keep her happy is in your heart. But most importantly, your soul and mind. It's where all the happiness and confidence to show love and passion for Wendy is. What I'm trying to say is, the only way and source to find that communication that Wendy wants is yourself. I know it's in you. Even if you can find it in you, look deeper. Or at least, try the best you can. Whatever positive words you come up with yourself, Wendy will see it as a fact that you really care for her.
Okay, understand it, Anne.
I remember that one time my parents had a special anniversary dinner. My mother once said this. A good love interest always cares, but a true soulmate actually tries. Don't get me wrong, I actually do support you and Wendy, but you relying on a robot to do the talking for you makes it sound like you're lying, and that's not true love.
Oh, you're right, Anne. What have I done? I feel like an upload asshole doing this.
You should at least try to do the right thing and not hide it from Wendy any longer. You knew you were smart enough for this, Sprig.
Sprig? Who the hell is Sprig?
I mean Stan. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the Sprig a lot. But remember what I said, Stan, about Wendy? And besides, you should definitely deserve marriage when you grow up.
I just wanted to say thanks a bunch for all the texts you sent me, Hunter.
Yeah, I pretty much came up with those texts on my own head.
I do wonder, how did Liz taught you to be this romantic?
Romance lessons. I guess so.
Oh, well, those were touching words. I never knew witches like you could be this compelling on communication, Hunter, as she after Wendy and Emira told me about.
Damn it. I can't lie anymore. I must confess something, Sasha. The truth is, those texts, I never made them myself. I actually...
Use ChatGPT. I already knew about that, Hunter.
What? How the hell did you know that I used fucking ChatGPT? I mean, I don't want to use it anymore. I just felt like a fucking dick having some software thingy do all the talking for me.
Because I also use ChatGPT.
What? You too, Sasha?
I'm sorry. It's just that after you sent so many complex texts, I didn't know how to reply to any of them. Especially since my brain still feels off after my coma. So I just used the AI software to do the talking for me. I just felt like a total lazy asshole now.
I guess both of us do. I just can't stand a software thingy controlling my life. Like how Bala's controlled mine. Emira doesn't know about it. Should I try to explain it to
Well, if it sounds like the right thing, you should go for it.
Okay, thanks for sharing the codex, Anne.
No problem, Marmar. We already got Tom Luciter. Who should we recruit next for mission?
Still looking into it, but I do know someone we can find next.
Girls, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think Wendy may be in trouble.
What?
Well, what are we waiting for? We gotta go find her right now on the stand.
Marcy, wait!
I think it has something to do with that software Stan was using. Stan, Marsh, I hope you do the right thing.
I came as soon as you called, Hunter. Hello, Sasha.
Glad you came here, Emira.
Let me guess, those 6 you wrote sounded too good to be true, right?
Yes. In all honesty, I used a program thingy to write down the text for me. But before you go ahead and leave if you wish, I must tell you that in all honesty, I was just extremely scared and nervous to even ask you out. I thought of using this app would help me get even more closer to you, but instead, it just sounds like it's controlling my chatting life. I'm sorry I sounded like a total liar, Emira Blight. The truth is, I do think you are an incredible girl like Sasha, especially since you both have moles on your face. Mother of Titan, that sounded too fucking weird. I'm so sorry. But in reality, Emira, I actually do think you are a cool girl. I actually do care about you, and I think you are the nicest and kindest girl I have ever met. Sasha being a two-way tie. Once again, I'm so sorry for sounding like I lied about communicating.
It's all right, Hunter. I totally get it. You're afraid of talking to me and didn't have the proper way to communicate. But just seeing a sickly boy like you afraid to communicate, I completely understand why. And for that, I accept your apology, Hunter. But next time, please don't hide things like that. Be honest. You were always honest to me and everyone all the time. That's what I like about you.
Well, thanks, Emira Blight. So, would you like to go out?
Sure thing. I know a good place where we could dine. Follow me, Hunter.
It's okay. I want you to have fun going out with Emira Blight. I'm fine with that. Besides, I gotta say, we both did learn a lesson on using technology for messaging.
We sure did. Hope Stan can do the same thing. And don't worry, Sasha. I'll go out with you tomorrow night if we can.
Alright, thanks, Hunter. Thanks for caring about me too. Have fun with Emira Blight.
Alright then.
Alright, where's the school?
That's the bell. Look! There's Stan and
Glad that's
Wendy!
over with.
Yeah, but I'm still really not sure what just happened.
Well, now at least we know that sometimes a good old thumbs up from a human is better than a machine-generated lie.
Yeah, you're right, Stan. I love you.
Did? Wendy said I love you for the first time to Stan.
She did?
I gotta say, Stan definitely took my advice. I'm so proud of him.
Hey, girls!
Hi, Stan! Hi, Wendy!
So glad you two are together.
Thanks, Amity, for supporting our relationship.
Hey, Stan, you may have used AI to save the day, but at least you've learned something. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Anne. Now if you'll excuse me and Wendy are going to spend the whole day together. Bye!
Thanks for spending the day with me, Stan.
Hey, it's what true soulmates do. Wendy, I know you'll probably get mad at me for this, but I have something to tell you. For the past few days, I've been using this software ChatGPT to communicate with you.
What? So you've never actually communicate with me? You let some computer-generated talking do all the talking to me.
Yes, also, I'm sorry for how I reacted back at the ice cream shop. But most importantly, I'm so sorry for not actually communicating. I'm being extremely honest. I actually care about you, and I wanted you to feel happy for once in your life. And it was actually the first time I ever saw you smile when it comes to you mentioning me.
It was Stan. I never knew the entire truth.
And to tell another truth, I actually was extremely happy in the inside when you said, "Thank you for being the only real thing in my life." I was bottled with nervousness when I heard you.
Well, I'm glad you actually felt about that, Stan. Even if you did rely on some programming.
Don't get me wrong, Wendy. I actually do love you. Even if we knew had some good or bad times, I'd always cared about you since we've gotten back together.
Well, me too, Stan. But I just wanted to say, I definitely forgive you. You've learned from your mistake and did the right thing on Savme and used a smart tactic to reveal the truth.
Exactly.
A good love interest always cares, but a true soulmate actually tries.
Yeah, and right now I'm saying this for my entire soul, Wendy. I won't let our relationship die again. I don't want you to feel alone. And I love you a bunch, Wendy. I think you are the most intelligent and kindest girl I have ever met. And I'm not saying this from a computer-generated text. I'm saying this from my heart and myself.
How did you learn that?
Because a wise person once told me, a good love interest always cars, but true soulmate actually tries.
I love you, Stan.
Me too, Wendy. I love you.